Hi, welcome to my channel, Her EXP. In this video today, I want to share with you what enlightenment actually is and what are the misconceptions people usually have around enlightenment. As I experienced enlightenment and I've been in this integration phase for over more than 1 year, I just want to do a video about this so that people can understand what enlightenment is actually. So the first misconception I would like to share here is that constant bliss and constant ecstasy. So many people usually think that enlightened beings are constantly in that bliss, euphoric state 24 by 7, and they would never experience any kind of negative emotions, and they won't be like sad, they won't get anger, they won't get frustrated. No, it's not like that. Enlightened beings have experienced the entire range of emotions from negative to positive, and then only they can get to that stage where they can discover their true self and then enlightenment, because it is like a tool set. Emotions are like our tools here, like expressions. We can select the emotion and express ourselves here to enjoy this life. So they usually gain the knowledge, and then it will be like in their tool set. When it is necessary, they will use it, and how much to use it, how deep they have to use it. It is all in their choice control now. So if they want to feel, actually enlightened beings experience a lot more sadness, do you know? Because I myself sharing with you here, I can feel the pain of others to a point where it feels like I am them and they are me. Like, so because we have a knowledge where we can see people's traumas, their conditioning, and they are acting with it. When we know that, we can feel so sad for that situation. But we just can't do anything about that. And it is another level of sadness. And all we can do is share our knowledge. That's what I'm doing here with the help of this channel. So sharing knowledge is the only thing enlightened beings can do. But using that knowledge, people are developing themselves, finding their true self, acting based on their true self. It's completely their choice. You don't know how sad it feels. Even when we are spiritually awakening, also we will feel that. We will feel other people's emotions a lot, like empathetic. So we all feel that kind of sadness after enlightenment also, and that sadness is even more compared to our spiritual awakening journey. So it's not like any emotionless or they don't have any emotions. They have all the emotions, full range, and also full intensity, 0 to 100. But that whether to use, how much to use, it is in their choice now, and that choice comes from their true self. And they won't repress their emotions. They will just feel them naturally. If it is becoming damaging to their body or mind, they can stop that instantly, because true self, our true self, is in charge of this body and mind. With the help of the ego, it is expressing here. So it is not like constant 24 by 7 bliss or anything like that. Enlightened beings are like human beings experiencing all the emotions, but they won't repress or suppress the emotions. They will feel them, and they know how to react with those emotions, how to respond with their emotions for their living here, for their purpose here. So it is like having knowledge about them. Whereas when we are spiritually awakening or before that, we usually don't have knowledge about emotions. We don't have that much of knowledge about emotions and why we have them. what can we do with them, what we have to do when such emotions are being felt by us, why we are feeling those emotions. All these things we don't know. That's why we have the spiritual awakening journey. It is like a training program. It is like a training game. Like it's like a first time game where we learn everything from the scratch, and then once we complete the game, we know all the rules of the game and we can play so happily. And during the training, like simulation training or anything, we can just learn the lessons, and once we complete that, we can just use the real car or real aircraft by pilots. So before that they have to undergo training. So spiritual awakening journey is like a training for us for the real life. The second misconception is perfection. So people usually think enlightened beings are so perfect, but it is not true. Enlightened beings learn that imperfections are part of our life, because perfection and imperfection is part of that one consciousness. So they learn to embrace their imperfections, and they will try to be in that journey, and they will do the things, the actions, as much as they can, as best as they can do here. So it is not like they're perfect without any mistakes 100%. No, it's not like that. They are normal human beings. However, they won't let those mistakes stop them from living the purpose they are living here, or the actions they want to do here. They sense the mistake, correct it, get the feedback, and they will do the improved action. So like that, they are not like perfect. They are imperfect, but they embrace the imperfection. And this embracing they learn while during the spiritual awakening journey. And with that knowledge, they will again use that knowledge after enlightenment to live their life here after enlightenment, to do their purpose here, to do their actions here, their actions intended, they are intended to do here for their higher purpose. So they are not like perfect. They are imperfect, but learn to embrace those imperfections and to become as best as they can in doing their actions. The third misconception is absence of ego. Ego is not absent at any moment of time when we are here. Ego is always present. Even during enlightenment, ego is present. Ego becomes transparent or surrendered, or with free will, it will allow the true self to express here. It is like in alignment with our true self to operate, so that our true self can, that energy can operate here with this body, this mind. It's like a gatekeeper who allows with full agreement, like, okay, you're all allowed, kind of. And this is a game for our true self actually, because human ego is so powerful. It starts from a very basic stage and it goes to a very advanced stage, but in between this ego, it gets caught up with the trauma and conditioning. And the game here for our true self is to provide knowledge, provide feedback for that ego, so that ego can become aligned with the true self. Ego can become like in agreement with our true self, allowing our true self to express here. So this is the duty of our true self. This is what we go through during our spiritual awakening journey. We will be like gaining knowledge, and we are conditioning, self-conditioning this ego base, because ego is a self-learning program, self-conditioning program, self-knowing program. It has all such capabilities, and that is in charge with this body and mind, those actions, that karmas. And we have to, this ego will be in learning mode and gaining new knowledge coming from our true self. And then once it completes all the lessons, it will arrive to a stage where it can sense the complete true self, and then our true self can express here. So ego is never absent, it is there always, until we complete this life here. Then only the separateness will go away, and this individual consciousness becomes one with the consciousness, that one higher consciousness, that Brahman Atma concept. So ego is never absent. Ego is always here. Human ego is always here, and we have different forms of ego in different worlds, and that's a different concept. So I'm sticking to human ego for this video. So ego is always present. There is no concept called ego death. Ego is not going to die. Ego is learning new information. Suddenly it gets confused, shocked, because it got used to some previous knowledge. Suddenly new knowledge is coming in. It feels like so confused for it. So that's what it happens. I will make more videos on that in my future content. So ego is never absent. So the fourth one is otherworldly or supernatural type of characteristics will be present in enlightened beings. Well, the otherworldliness, that supernatural, is present in every one of us. It is right there in you too. But to know that, we have to go through this spiritual awakening journey. It is not like it is absent in you. It is not like absent in other people. Only enlightened beings have them. Everyone will have them, but knowing about them and experiencing about them, it will take some time, some knowledge, and then corrections to this body and mind, so that we can experience them too. It is like everyone can become a singer, but what makes them a singer? A regular practice of singing exercises and doing the practice of all the we have so many vocal exercises. We have to regularly train these vocal cords, and we have to train our diaphragm. So it is like a skill. We are practicing a skill to become a singer. But to be a singer or not, it comes from that true self, because if true self was to express here as a singer, we learn singing. If true self was to express as something else, but we are doing singing here, then it is misalignment with our true self. Even though we will get power of singing, it is not resonating with the true self. And during the spiritual awakening process, so many people will stop doing that, and they will learn what they are supposed to do here. So it is like a skill. Those otherworldliness, the supernatural things are like coming from practice, regular practice of our alignment with our true self. When we are doing them, we naturally get those abilities. So it is not only limited to enlightened beings, it is for people who are spiritually awakening too. That's why we have so many healers, therapists, doctors, so many teachers who are still awakening, isn't it? Personally, I've learned things from the normal people only, not from the enlightened teachers. I've learned guitar from a guitar teacher. He may or may not be an enlightened person. I learned so many courses, technological courses, engineering courses, which helped me to gain a lot of knowledge about this world. They are not enlightened. They are still spiritually awakening in their life. So the otherworldliness, those skills are also supernatural powers, isn't it? Like if we consider 12th century, people don't know how to type because we don't have any typing at that time. But people are maybe like writing with ink or with any natural ink. They might have done that, but not typing. So for them, if 12th century person comes here, so this is a fiction story now. So if they come here and see typing, people typing here, they will think that, ooh, this is something supernatural they're doing here. Because their ego or their self was not evolved that much at the time, whereas we are a bit evolved beings compared to them. And also, they learn how to utilize natural resources, and we moved a bit forward from that, and we are using different things now. I'm saying they lived in a very ignorant world, but you know, things are different. The way we use the things are different, and these things happen for a reason too. So this all part of this consciousness. So supernatural, the otherworldliness is not just for the enlightened beings, it's in everyone, and it is present in everyone. Everyone can access that. If you want to be a guitar player, you can practice that. Then the guitar gods you're watching, suddenly you will feel like you also can become a guitar god, because you learn the skill, you can do that, practice it, you will become that. So the next conception is final destination or goal. So enlightenment is not the final destination or goal, it is the beginning, because we are coming from that, we are leaving that false self, we are stopping to live coming from the trauma and conditioning, and we are starting to live our life coming from our true self. So now this is the beginning of our life. We are living our true life, authentic life, coming from our true self. But before, it is not like that. It was like coming from the trauma and conditioning. Whereas now, this is the beginning. So enlightenment is not the end goal of the life. It is the beginning goal of our life. It is like when we are going through a simulation training or any training in general, we will complete the course and get a certification. Now, this certification is the beginning for our career, where we are going to use those skills for a job or for a business or for any profession we want to lead here. So for that, all the knowledge during our simulation training or in general training, we will use all of that knowledge. So in spiritual awakening journey, we will learn so much of knowledge, and then we will experience enlightenment, and then we will start to use all that knowledge, and also after enlightenment we will be given more knowledge. So combined knowledge, we will use it for the life here, for our higher purpose here, or for any actions we want to do here, to enjoy the life here. So this is not like final destination or final goal of life. It is the beginning of life. However, for some people, they will go through this spiritual awakening journey entire life, and then they will experience enlightenment. And it may be at the old, like when they are so old, like 80, 90, 100, or 70. So they will complete their awakening journey and they may experience enlightenment. So after that, they will be asked whether they want to come back here or not. If they come back, they will lead the remaining life with enlightenment experience, that knowledge. But some people will experience enlightenment and also liberation at the same time. That means they don't want to come back here after enlightenment. Then they will experience liberation or moksha according to some texts. So they will experience that, and that's it. They won't come back here, and it won't be a beginning for them. It is like a completion of their life, because they don't want to come here to do any actions again here. They are already fine with the life they had, and they are okay for all the things they've experienced in their life. Then for them, it is like it's like a completion. For them, it may be like end goal. But most of the people, they will experience enlightenment before 33, before they age 33. So for them, it is like a beginning. It's not like ending. They are going to lead this life with their true self again. So in this video, I try to cover some misconceptions around the enlightenment. If you are thinking enlightenment is around these misconceptions, then you can understand what enlightenment actually is. Because when we get wrong idea about enlightenment, it feels like something, a distant goal or a thing which we can't experience in this lifetime. All those negative feelings like I can't, we can't, they can't, kind of cannot, kind of negative sense we will get, which will hinder our spiritual awakening journey, that process. So I wanted to share that what enlightenment actually is. I hope it helps you in some way. If you want to share anything, please put that in the comment section. I love to read the comments. And if you like this video, please hit the like button if it helped you in any way. And if you are new to this space, please subscribe to this channel, as I will be making more videos about enlightenment, spiritual awakening, and self-development. Thanks for watching. Namaste.